the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
How good is that?
It is Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie. Welcome to the podcast today. I understand that when you pay a lot of money to go see an artist perform at a live gig, you want to get as close to that person as you can. I was near Lars Ulrich, actually, from Metallica.
Yeah.
And he spits. He drinks water and then spits into the crowd.
Right, that's cool.
And I felt blessed to have Lars's saliva all over me. But Usher's done something on the weekend that's caused one of his fans to get a divorce because he's gone too far.
Okay.
Way too far. Right up the... and you're going to hear that in the podcast.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Fitz, this time yesterday we were talking about whether the word champ, to call somebody champ is an insult or is it an endearing, loving phrase. How are you, champ? You would say champion was okay, good point. But when you shorten it to champ, it's a bit dismissive, isn't it?
It is. I mean, it's you're being very sarcastic. You're having a crack, aren't you?
Good on you, champ. Well, it's come out here. We've got a list of the top 10 names for blokes you don't respect. And we were on point because champ has come in at number one.
Well done, champ.
Well done, champ.
Congratulations.
Thank
what
you.
else is on
Number
there?
2 is Chief. All right, Chief. Good on you, mate.
Chief.
Yeah. Good on you, Chief. Number 3 is Muscles.
Oh, my old man used to call me Muscles as well.
All right, Muscles. See you, champ. Turbo. Turbo's good. Come on, Turbo.
Settle down, Turbo.
Means you're not taking them seriously. Big fella is nice and it's a throwaway.
I say big fella all the
Don't
time,
you?
even with small-statured people. G'day, big fella.
Well, that's just a greater insult to suggest you're not. What do you call it? You call Leno around the office big fella, do you?
Well, if there is a male that I don't know, if I don't know their name, I'll go with big fella.
Yeah, okay. This is one I use for Tommy, Buttercup.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Good
Much
on you,
better than
Buttercup.
Pussycat. Thank
Sorry?
you. That's great.
Tiger. I mean, it's a great throwaway line.
Tiger.
As
Easy,
you're doing up your fly at the urinal. Good on you, Tiger. Buddy comes in at number 9. Buddy's all right. I think that's not too bad.
I call Huey Buddy.
Yeah, Buddy's nice. At number 10, rounding it out, is something that I get around the office a bit. Big Rig. Good on you. Good on you, Big Rig. I didn't listen to a word you said, Big Rig.
Oil rig.
Oh, is that what it is?
No, it's around the office.
At number 11, Townhouse, I guess.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Can we talk about... I want to go with Usher first here, Jess, because there was a concert over the weekend, and Usher is known for... You know what?
His confessions?
The ladies love him. The ladies absolutely adore him. And you know what? He's married. He's got a few kids. But if you go to an Usher concert and you're a lady, let me tell you, those hips will be gyrating because Usher gets you going.
Yeah.
And part of his show, he's in London performing at the moment, and there was a lady that he got up there, and part of his show is that he'll get really close to this lady. He'll play. Have you got these are my confessions in there, Jess? You know what I mean?
He's really close to her.
Oh, no, actually, Jess, you're right. Sorry, let's go with the live one. So this lady's up close with Usher. This is during the concert.
They're staring into each other's eyes.
He's getting so close to her lips.
God, what are they doing?
And have a listen to the other girls go crazy.
Oh, she wants to kiss him. Oh, my God.
And see, over the years, we've known Robbie Williams used to do this. Remember, Robbie used to get someone out of the audience and kiss them. He did it with Yumi Steins on Channel V. Remember, that was her first day on the job.
Yeah, but she's like gyrating and shutting her eyes going in for the kiss.
Well, the story, the follow-up to this story is that apparently that lady there who was dancing very close to Usher at the concert,
oh my God,
he's asked for a divorce after seeing the footage.
Well, have a look at her. It's like she's rubbing. Are they going to kiss? She's rubbing on him and sweating on him.
Well, but do you know when we have a laugh about hall passes? Obviously, Usher is this lady's hall pass.
Oh, hang on, Fitz.
He's feeding her grapes.
He's lowering a cherry into it. 2 cherries, and she's tonguing the cherries as if they... Tom's asking me to stop talking.
Can I?
Oh, look
can
at the
I?
tonguing of those cherries.
I'm going to show you some other footage that's resurfaced of Neil Diamond.
Yeah.
So Neil Diamond, and you would know this song. Urge Overkill did a version of this for the movie Pulp Fiction, which was unbelievable. But Neil Diamond does it at his gigs. This is in 2002, Whip. So he's performing this song and he gets a female fan up. This is so creepy, man. I'm going to show you the vision now.
Yeah.
And he kisses a fan. He used to do this regularly.
But the weird thing is, she's walked up to the side of the stage.
Yeah.
And he's kneeling down. He's lying down on the stage, so his head's over the edge of the stage.
And he's giving her a kiss, like not knowing if she's married. Neil, look, she's had to run back to her seat. She's absolutely just hit the jackpot there with the old diamond.
It's more than a kiss. He's thrown the tongue in. He's gone the diamond tongue.
She didn't know whether the kiss was on then, but Neil's gone for it. The Three Diamonds, Neil Three Diamonds, sponsored by Mitzi's.
Wouldn't be easy to kiss lying on your guts with your head hanging off the stage. Neil might bring up a bit of your dinner.
I mean, obviously you can't do that anymore, but what a time to be alive.
The tonguing of these cherries.
It's going on
crazy.
our Instagram right now.
Oh, my God. I've never seen cherries played with like that in my life.
Is there anyone out there? How close have you got to someone performing?
Wow.
Didn't we speak to someone, Tommy, who pashed Robbie Williams when he was here years ago?
And producer Georgie, who used to work on the show, she had quite the moment with Robbie Williams.
Did she?
Yeah, I think she flashed him.
Okay.
And then I think there might have been a kiss after that. Then producer Maddie has a story which we could get. Do you want to get to right now?
Yeah, Maddie.
Get Maddie in.
What happened, Maddie?
You nuzzled into Andre Bocelli's neck, didn't you? He didn't know you were there.
No, he had no idea I was there. He was lying on the stage only because he'd tripped over the microphone stand and we were making out.
I'm a big fan of Michael Bublé.
Go on.
And I've seen him many a time.
Yeah.
And one time I took a big, massive poster that said, "Pick me."
Yep.
And he picked me, and I got to go up to the stage and he signed my poster, and he gave me a kiss on the cheek.
Maddie, the Bublé.
Can I ask a question? Your great man Shagger that you're about to marry,
Yes.
if you were with him at the time, would you have done it?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
So Bublé wins every time.
Yes.
Because as a guy, you know how we joke, hall passes in the relationship. Who's yours? Oh, that's funny. Oh, Brad Pitt. Awesome. Well done. But if it actually happened, it'd be tough. I mean, if there's vision that's gone around the world, it'd be tough to watch, wouldn't it?
Well, we also had a girl on the show a while ago, Tommy, if you remember, who was invited to go backstage, in fact, to the hotel room of Kanye West.
Yeah.
And they were both in the hotel room. He walked out of the bathroom with no pants on and ready to rock.
So what about the Snoop Dogg story, Whip?
Well, just to finish out the Kanye one, he then said, "Who wants to play with it?" What was the Snoop Dogg story?
Well, why don't you tell it after the news?
Okay, what if Steph's got a stories too?
Yeah, we've got so many.
Oh, this is good.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Steph in Crow's Nest, what do you got for us, Steph?
Well, I was at a Justin Timberlake concert, and as he sort of walked past and puts his hand out for everyone to high-five him, I just grabbed onto his ankle for dear life.
Oh, my God.
But that got me kicked out of it.
So did he drag you along for a couple of footsteps like a toddler on your boot?
Yeah, a couple of footsteps, and then I ended up falling on my face, and then security came and got me and were like, yeah, you need to leave.
It's worth the story, Steph.
You've ankle tapped Justin Timberlake. I love it, love it. Karen in Borkham Hills, how close did you get, Kaz?
Oh, my God, a big Rod Stewart fan.
Oh, rock and rod.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my husband's Rod. He came to the concert with me.
Yeah.
Rod Stewart's got a catwalk walking down the stage, and I had a koala bear to hand to him.
Yeah.
So I hand him the koala bear. My hand fell on his top thigh near his groin.
Yeah.
And I was just beside myself.
Great. So
And my husband saying, calm down, Karen, calm down. Then security came over. sat me down. But the best thing in the end, we got a soccer ball. He kicked the soccer ball right to my husband.
Oh, there's a win. I mean, you've nearly hit him.
If you want my body and you think I'm sexy.
You've nearly punched him in the balls, and then you've received the soccer ball. So,
Exactly.
Karen, what a great night out. All right.
It was. Fantastic.
I love
And
that.
you know what? Your husband's there having a laugh over it. That's a hall pass.
Yeah.
I mean, this lady's got close to Usher. This guy can't file for divorce. You've got to let your wife.
Oh, if Karen's husband hadn't got the soccer ball, he would have walked as well.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Let's talk about golf. Well done.
We had a great time at Live Golf, didn't we?
Well, Augusta this weekend. I think there's a huge golf tournament this weekend.
Yeah.
It's a frustrating sport. You know what? I can understand if you can get out there in the fresh air, it's great for you. If you can walk 18 holes and play a full round, great exercise. You're out there with your friends, you're having a conversation, you're talking about problems in your life, and then you're going to chip in for a birdie. Is that what it is?
You have to speak with an accent like that, don't you, Ryan? Great shot, Ryan. Lovely putt.
My old man tried to take up golf when he retired. He lasted 1 week, and Mum said he was so frustrated when he got home that I said to him, Mick, give it up because you've got anger. You've got anger issues.
Yeah,
major anger issues. So is Ryan McCormick. Ryan McCormick is a professional golfer. He has anger issues, so much so that he's been getting into a fair bit of trouble in tournaments. So Ryan has been. There's been a suggestion that we've got a solution for you to stop getting angry, and Ryan's decided to do it.
Having not so fun time this year on the golf course. I'm pretty angry and mad, so I figured I've tried a lot of things, and I just figured I'd shut myself up, so I put tape over my mouth.
He's playing a round of golf with tape over his mouth.
Like Merlin out of Big Brother.
Yeah. Similar. Free the refugees, yeah.
What, for 18 holes?
For 18 holes, so he cannot yell at his caddy. He can't get angry with himself. And it actually reminds him, don't get angry, I'm okay. You've just hit it into the water again. Don't be angry, Ryan, you're okay. Did I just hit that into the bunker, did I? All right, I've got tape on my mouth. Don't get angry.
So when he's chatting to the caddy and he's sort of 120 metres out and they're talking about which club to get. Sorry, mate, what was that?
He sounds like
to be the putter for.
He said, I sound like Bane. I sound like Bane out of Batman. Could be a 3-1.
Now the caddy's got anger issues because he's so frustrated with his mate.
He's basically muzzled himself so he can't get angry on the golf course. I actually really like this. Did it work, though? No, not by his past tournament. He posted 72 and he was about 8 over, so bad luck for him.
What a shame. We're going to try that with you, Tommy.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Ian James, bit of a treat in the studio.
We've just found out that it's the 6-month anniversary. 6 months together. Angela Cox and Mark Ferguson, welcome!
What do you get? What does Channel 7 give you for 6 months?
They give you...
Is it silver? Is it
give
diamonds?
you a very warm pat on the back and say...
Good on you,
Keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going,
6
champ.
months, I didn't realise.
Yeah.
Would that mean that the honeymoon period is over?
He keeps telling me this. I'm like, surely we've got a couple of years in us. He's like, nah, it's winding up. He's been saying it for the past 2 months.
I'm looking at it in the positive sense. Like, I'm not saying the relationship's over. I'm saying the honeymoon.
The bit where you like me or you pretend to.
The betting in process is over. The honeymoon's over, and now we're just sort of
cruising.
Just coasting.
Yeah.
Just
coasting. Can I say that your popularity together is very high? And Whipper and I pointed this out, guys. Is it fair to say that after the backyard cricket game at Kirribilli House, that Anthony Albanese's popularity rating has gone up since that day? Like, they're saying that he's hit the lead. He was behind when we played that game.
That's what the news story should be.
Yeah, it was a turning point for a lot of people that morning.
Fitzy, I would like to say thank you for bringing it up because I'm still enjoying being able to gloat that our team Whip kicked your butt.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was a tough old morning and very tough to have to interview you live to air only hours after.
Would you right? Well, you suggested that I should be drug tested because of the Monjaro weight loss drug I was on.
And
looking great.
I still maintain that
it's not
on a
working.
technicality, we may have won that day.
We don't know. Stick around, you two. I don't want to know any more about that. We're going to do headline off. Don't go anywhere.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening and welcome.
Two hosts sent. Breaking news. Only one leaves.
In this special report,
It's Fitzy, Whipper and Kate Ritchie's Headline Off.
We haven't done this for a while, Ryan James, because we haven't had any professionals in the studio.
We're here.
Do you
now.
want to kick it off, Ange? Do you want to kick it off, or do you
Sure.
want Fergo to go first?
Ladies first.
okay.
Ladies first.
Here we go.
This is where I give you a topical story and you have to give me your best headline. We gave the guys the stories just before they came into the studio and they have written down their best headlines. And you can kick it off first. Story number one is Donald Trump's childhood home is taken over by feral cats and is up for sale with a huge discount. Donald Trump's home up for sale, overtaken by cats. Best headline, Angela Cox.
This is Nova.
Trump has gone from a dodgy house that's cat-infested to a White House that's full of bad investments.
Oh! All right.
Sort of rhymes. Sort of rhymes as
Kinda.
well.
Sort of rhymes. Small S on the sort of rhymes.
Sort of
It was
rhymes.
the inflection and the
Yeah, delivery.
No, it's good. It's good.
delivery. Exactly.
All right, Fergo. Here he goes.
This is Nova.
Outhouse to White House. Catastrophe. Leader's legacy lives on.
Wow, catastrophe.
He
He's
really
confident.
wanted- Yeah, do you know what? That wasn't bad, Fergo, but I'm going to give that one to Ange. I think
right.
Ange got off to a great start.
Early lead for Ange.
Captain, my captain has abandoned me very quickly from the days of cricket, hasn't he? Hey?
He knows how to back a winner.
You were hopeless that day, so I have to move on.
Hey, you got a 6 right in the harbour.
Thank you.
Yeah, you did,
Thank
Fergo.
you, Ange. It's very nice. The honeymoon period's not over yet.
Next headline, Ryan James.
Fergo's going next. Scientists reveal that we should be having 8 toilet breaks every day and weeing for roughly 21 seconds for optimum bladder health.
Wow.
21 seconds wee, 8 times a day. Best headline, Fergo.
This is Nova.
Game of Thrones. We win for workers. Finally, time to take the piss.
Oh! It's layered. It's really
It was
layered.
really, I overpay that. That was good.
Oh, my God.
There was 3 elements to that one.
that
It
was just
Look
kept coming.
how happy he
Oh, my
is with
God.
himself.
Yeah, he's pissing himself.
Looking
All
straight
right.
down the camera now.
With a thumbs up. All right, Ange, here we go.
This is Nova.
Pea searchers say 21 seconds of spray 8 times a day, or Fergo's old bladder will pay.
Jeez, that was good. That was really good.
The honeymoon period is now over.
It's gone. It's done and dusted.
Ange, what was the first word again?
Pea searchers.
Research, not research.
Researchers. It's good.
No, I get it.
I mean, it wasn't as sophisticated as his. It was
No.
much more
Do you know
like
what?
toilet
They were-
humour.
They were very even, but I am going to go with Fergo just because of the little smirk he had on his face after he delivered it.
Very proud of
Smoke's
himself.
gotten me a long way.
All right. All right, here we go. Final story. Back to you, Ange. Huge orange star above Earth. It could explode at any moment. There is a huge orange star at the moment above Earth that could explode at any moment. Angela Cox.
This is Nova.
A huge orange star could explode with a thump. Sounds like that star might be called Donald J. Trump.
Tied it back into the first headline too. Some clever play there.
Think of Trump. Well done.
Good gear. All right, Fergo.
Tough to beat, Fergo.
What do you
Here we
got?
go. Here we go.
This is Nova.
Nova Nasty. Cosmic Crisis. Orange Glow set to blow. Stardust heading here.
Gee, that was full on.
This morning.
Get off the mushrooms, Fergo.
Second coffee.
Oh, I don't know what's
Second
happened.
coffee.
I don't know what you've been farming on the land. But
Do you know,
Little cross promotion for the radio station, I thought, would get me there.
Can you go again?
Nova Nasty.
Yep.
Cosmic Crisis.
What?
Orange Glow.
Here we go.
Set to blow. Stardust heading here.
Leave Ange out of this.
there's way too much in there. Angela Cox is the winner.
Ange, you won it. You've won it. Stay out of Nimbin, Fergo.
Congratulations, Angela. Very well done. Well done.
We adore you two. Happy 6-month anniversary. You can catch them every night. Channel 7 News at 6 p.m. Fergo, Ange, thanks for coming in, guys.
Thank you very much.
Fellas.
Thanks, guys.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Let's talk about sports and sporting clubs.
Yo.
Do you know what? Sporting clubs are, and I just adore sporting clubs because if you're a young child and you're raised in a sporting club, there's the team environment, and you know what? They're great places for kids to hang out. I've always said that it's the sanctuary that if you've got a great sporting club that you can drop your kid down to play their junior sports on a Saturday and they can stick around and watch the seniors all day and be part of the community. Do you know what? It's funny because there are a lot of benefactors. Sporting clubs mean a lot to a lot of people. And if there's well-off people out there, every now and then you hear stories of someone who may have a bit of money who gives it to the sporting club so they can survive.
Go and get yourself some new equipment and a brand new grandstand.
13 24 10. I'd love to hear a story if you know of a sporting club and a benefactor where someone's just go, I love this place so much that I'm going to leave you some money. Give us a call. Actually, we had one. There's a guy called Clem Dyson and he owned all the land around our football club, right, Whip? And then when it was zoned off, he sold a heap of it off and became an instant millionaire.
Yeah, right.
He owned acres and acres around our football club. It was a beautiful area. And Clem was the patron of the club, so he would come down and he would support the team and he'd love it so much. When he passed away, in his will, he left $1 million to our football club.
Wow, think of the scoreboard.
Like, we never had $10,000 in the bank, ever. So to get $1 million, everyone was celebrating and going crazy. Then his family took us to court and said, no, well, that money's ours, and we lost. We had to pay a legal fee. We
didn't get any of it?
We didn't get any of it.
Not even a pie warmer?
The family all got it.
Oh, crushing.
Here's another story for you. I spoke to a bloke the other day about his sporting club. I'm not going to tell you because he wanted to keep this quiet, but he said... he's out in the country, right? Footy club out in the country. And he said, what we do to raise money, and they're quite wealthy, this club... All the local farmers, what they do when they go to the sales, they've all got cattle, right? And they buy a calf at the cattle, one calf for the football club, right? And then they raise that calf. So it costs $100 Whip to buy a calf at the sale.
Yeah, sure.
And it takes 2 or 3 years, right? So every year they'll buy another one. And there's around about 10 farmers. They buy it for $100. After 2 or 3 years, they can sell that cow or the cattle for $3,000.
Can they really?
Yep, $3,000. Then that money goes straight to the club. The club's really, I really love that story.
But it's a great idea. If you're a club and you wanted donations anyway, now the donations can directly go into fixing up the club at that moment in time.
Exactly.
But if the donations are then taken and you go and buy a calf...
Yeah.
£1 calf, and then you go and even if you sell the cow for $1,000,
yeah,
the club's in a great position.
Well, they every year these 10 farmers they sell another cow for $3,000, and there's $30,000 a year that goes straight to the club.
God, we're down at the East Sydney Bulldogs, so maybe everyone there could get a calf for their backyard
or some BHP shares.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
No, we're going to go with the calf idea. So everybody in the east suburbs can just have a cow in their backyard.
In their backyard,
in their Paddington townhouse.
But see, the other thing with sporting clubs as well that you need to look out for is that, unfortunately, there's also a few dodgy people in the footy club that like to take some of that money from behind the bar. We've had that over the years.
What, stolen cash?
Yeah, so you raise money for a footy trip. Or we had one guy one year who was a recruit that came to the club, and he said, I'll be in charge of the footy trip. Why don't I'll do some fundraisers and get some money together, and we can maybe go to Bali. And everyone's going, awesome. I think we raised around about $20,000 for the whole footy trip. He went to Bali, but without the footy team.
The time of his life.
And we lost all the money.
Oh, my God. Rowan, hello.
How are you guys?
What happened at your footy club, mate? Which one was it?
Hawkesbury Hawks.
Yeah, what happened down at the Hawks?
There's a fellow called Richard Peffrey. He owns the North Richmond pub. He virtually donated, I could not tell you to be in the hundreds of thousands of dollars towards the club. But all the kids who sort of a little bit unfortunate in life and family and whatever else, he owned a big bricking company, and he'd give everyone a job in there if they needed a job, like the older boys and that, to keep them playing and keep them on the right track. And he even bought a couple of minibuses, and he'd pay guys to pick them all up to take them to the jobs.
Oh, how good is that?
And do stuff. He's just a legend of a guy.
Oh, I love
what
those
a great story. This is the heart and soul of sporting clubs right there. People like that who just love seeing, someone getting ahead in life. That's so good.
And he did all of that without a calf. Didn't even own one cow. Served a lot of steaks, though, didn't he?
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
I've got another influencer day on the plate for you.
Okay.
We've had, it's not a day on a plate. Well, it is, because you hear what they have. It's their morning routine.
Okay.
Remember Pete Evans with the activated almonds? I mean, we love this stuff.
Well, there was the guy who they've spoken about recently. I don't know if that's where you're going, Fitz. And he was the guy who dunks his face into a bucket of ice, and then he goes to the gym and he sits down and he's, clocking on the hours by 6:15 in the morning, like some all-American hero.
No, this is Coral Golding, a.k.a. Coral Pearl.
Huh?
She's 38. Okay, so her bio is she's a biohacker, homeschooling mum and co-host of the Raise podcast. She lives with her husband Ali and their 2 daughters in Brighton. Now, The Times is a huge magazine over in London. They've actually featured her morning routine in there. At 4:45 a.m, I started waking early a few years ago after reading Robert Sharma's The 5 a.m. Club. My husband gets up about the same time and he goes to the gym. First, I take off my mouth tape, which stops mouth breathing and improves sleep quality. My daughters use it too. I remove my collagen face mask, nasal strips, magnetic pads to open your nostrils, and a castor oil pack which I wear around my stomach once or twice a week to help with detoxification.
Oh, shut up.
Come on, ramp it up!
Come on.
At 4:50 a.m, I do an NAD injection. Which is important for cellular rejuvenation and energising my skin. So she injects herself at 4:50 a.m.
Yeah, no later. Don't do it any later than that.
At 5 a.m, I drink a glass of reverse osmosis filtered water, kept at room temperature between 20 to 25 degrees. This is stripped clean of everything, so I add a few mineral drops.
Oh, my God. I just want to get her drunk and corrupt her.
At 5:05 a.m, I do my oral... Listen to this. This is amazing. At 5:05 a.m, I do my oral hygiene routine, brushing with a probiotic hydroxypatite toothpaste, oil pulling with cold-pressed coconut oil for 10 to 20 minutes, and I do tongue scraping with a copper scraper, which rids my body of toxins that have come out during the night.
She's lost it.
What?
Completely lost the plot here.
While doing this, I tie a hairband around each ear. This helps with lymphatic drainage. Psst, I see dead people. This is 5:10.
Oh, my God.
At 5:10, I dry brush my body to improve circulation, then cold shower for a few minutes. When I get out, I use a body gua sha.
A gua sha?
Tommy, can you see what a gua sha is?
Oh, yeah.
It's one of those things you scrape. It's like a little paddle thing that you scrape your face with.
Oh, that smooths her skin. Gotcha.
Oh, of course it does.
Then 5:30, it's time for skincare. It's 5:30, mate. Have a bit more of a kip. I always apply vitamin C and mineral sunscreen, and I often do facial gua sha, which gets the fluids moving and gives you a glow.
Why get out of bed? Why get out of bed? Like, if the day is so filthy that you need to do all of this, don't even move.
5:40 a.m, coffee must be mold. What? Coffee must be mold and my toxin-free. I'll either have a bulletproof coffee made with MCT powder, which keeps me in ketosis, a fasted state, oil and butter, or Willpower's bone broth protein, which is cacao flavoured. What is going on? We haven't even hit 6 o'clock yet.
Yeah, I hope for breakfast she just has a farmer's breakfast of bacon, hash browns, mushrooms dripping in butter.
6 a.m, time blocking my day. I write in my raised journal, plan ahead and note 3 things I'm grateful for.
At what stage does she work? At what stage does she work out why her husband's left her? Is that 9 o'clock? And at 9:10, does she try and work out why she hasn't got any friends?
6:50 a.m, I'll make a second coffee and get my sunlight to regulate my rhythm before my daughters wake at 7
What
a.m.
a pest.
I make them a raw milk smoothie before getting myself dressed and putting on my makeup. 9 a.m, when my husband gets home, I'll go for a walk, preferably uphill for about an hour.
Tell us more.
Yeah. 11 a.m, I homeschool one of my daughters.
Of course you do.
Oh, my gosh. 1 p.m, for lunch, I eat some sort of protein, usually salmon with butternut squash. We eat an animal base.
This is a big one.
This is a big one.
At 10 o'clock, I give Pete Evans a call.
It keeps going. What about... I'll go to the end of the night, 8 p.m. I plug in my phone outside the bedroom. If I need an alarm the next day, I'll set my Lumi clock, which lights the room gradually. I put on special glasses to block sleep-disrupting blue light, and I have a red light lamp next to my bed. I drink herbal tea, and I take magnesium tablets to help me sleep.
I know this sounds terrible, but does anybody else want to fart on her pillow?
Last one. 9 p.m. bedtime. My husband and I sleep on grounding bed sheets, which keep us in harmony with the Earth's frequency. I have a weighted blanket too, which helps calm the nervous system. If I'm still awake at 10 p.m, I'll get on the coke. Oh, no, sorry.
Got her. I knew she'd slip up.
Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.